Hey everybody, welcome to our Forbidden Psalm adventure. We are back with more Morkborg tabletop RPG with the release of Forbidden Psalm in the footsteps of the Mad Wizard. If you don't remember, I have my Warband The Lost that has played through all the scenarios from the original Forbidden Psalm. And this is Kevin Ramidaltry's sort of like love letter to hashtag 28 style dark miniature assembly. And it has a ton of new content for the game, including new feats, new flaws, all kinds of new equipment, new scenarios, a whole narrative, and an inn that you can build a room out in, do some like base building and adventuring out of, and encounter new interesting characters. So I am going to play through the first 3 missions to get going, starting back with The Lost. And if you remember, the world was going to end. Vriprix the Mad Wizard paid these guys to basically recite the Forbidden Psalm. He disappears and they're still stuck here with the world ending all around them in the Wåstland. So traveling to the Wåstland, of course, the tower is now empty. They got no work to do. They hear rumors of this inn they can move towards, and so they start basically making for it, trying to find a new base of operations. Now that Vriprix is not around paying gold, or coppers actually in this case. So heading out towards the inn, they have to travel through this valley called the Ghoul, and it's just this like decrepit, fungal-filled, disgusting, sort of like crack in the earth. Inhabited by fungal ghouls, and those fungal ghouls, they got problems, let me tell you, and there is a weird, throbbing, pulsing, floating, dark thing down there they'll have to encounter to try and get through, but maybe some other lost adventurers left some treasure behind. So I show the table, show you the warband, and we'll get this underway. There's our preamble. Vriprix left you, stealing away with the Forbidden Psalm. You track the Mad Wizard to the ruined city of Dawnblight. At the last inn on the road, you learn the wizard was seen disappearing into the decaying city. Where the wizard is now is anyone's guess. You might as well take on work that can take you into Dawnblight. Its crumbling streets are filled with monsters, treasure, and one mad wizard you'd very much like to speak with. The Hogs Head Inn sits on the outskirts of the foreboding skeleton of Dawnblight. Estrith, the owner, has work. If good coin's what you're after, you'll need it to find Vriprix the Mad Wizard. Lost treasures, or just your own untimely death deep within the ruins of Dawnblight. So we still have our 1,000 gold, which will take us on the road to the Hogs Head. And of course, the Lost will be the ones that you follow on the way there as we venture to the next sort of like chapter of Forbidden Psalm. So here they are as we left them, The Lost, led once again by Eisenkush the Neither, my brazen champion here. He's got his weak hands, though he can only carry one weapon, armed with a Morningstar / Warhammer. It's cruel, has crit days, does D8 damage, and uses his strength, which is now +3. He's armor 3 with 13 health, -1 agility, 0 presence, +3 strength, +3 toughness. He is a tough boy. He's got heavy armor. He's carried a Morningstar shield and a backpack, and of course his move is reduced to 4 inches because of his total -1 to his agility. Then we have Risen the Evil Beats, my dwarf, agility -1, presence +2 for shooting that firearm, strength -1. I can actually find a firearm too. Right now it's a crossbow. Toughness +2. He's got armor 2, 9 health, weak body though, -1 hit point, vacant mind, can't do objectives or pick up items, and he's cowardly, which means he's -1 morale, but he's +1 agility, which gives him a bit of extra movement. Crossbow's got 5 shots, also carrying a hand axe that he can throw. It's a strength attack. And then his equipment's medium armor and a backpack along with his weapons. The fast is down here, agility +1, so he moves 6, presence -2. He's not the smartest boy. Strength +3, toughness 0 though. 2 armor and 8 health. He's squeamish, -1 damage. He got injured, and it made him bad at fighting. His feat though is charge, double his move, as long as he can end within 1 inch of the enemy when he makes a move action. He's got a hammer for crit days, D6 in strength, an Ulfbert sword, that big giant melee sword of his there with crit bleed, and D8 damage. And he's got medium armor, potion, spiked gauntlets is the relic he found, which means he can never be unarmed. The legendary, now a special character in the book that can be hired as a mercenary, Rain the Smoothest, the elf. He's speed 7, he's got brittle bones though, because he's an elf, +1 damage. Armor 3, because he's got heavy armor, and 6 hit points. He's an improvised fighter, so he can always craft himself a weapon before the game starts. Agility +2, presence +2, strength -1, and toughness -2. And his weapon is the vampiric short sword. He's also got as his relic, and he's agility for his attack roll there. It's D6 damage, and he heals D6 when he hurts something. His equipment then got some heavy armor and a backpack, and then if he dies though, I spawn a vampire because he turns into one. The sword is already tainting his soul. Finally, we got Garan the Last Fated. He's my other sort of like fallen knight. Agility -2, presence +2, strength +1, toughness +2. He's got scared of heights, can't leave ground level, and he's a medic. So you can do a presence test on a 12, and when someone is at 0 health to try and get them back. Armor the Glaive, 2-inch reach, does D damage at strength, which is +1 now. He's got medium armor, and then he's got a scroll of the Shield of the Faithless, which is his clean one, and then Flaming Hands, his corrupted one, 12-inch range, D6 damage. You can see I managed to find the scrolls I wanted, so he actually has like the Flaming Skull in his hand. And then my stash, I've got a scroll of Visions of Tormoro and Invisible Hands. I've got Bones Them Bones ×2, some Eternal Sleep, a Great Axe, and a Sword. And then that's it. I've got all of the lyrics of the psalm. Cited, and of course the world didn't end, we got left behind. So here we are in mission 1 now from In the Footsteps of the Mad Wizard, and that's Ghoul Stained Marrow. Finding this or that location in the rotting wasteland is usually a deadly chore on its own, but not this time. The unfortunate residents of the valley knew the general location of the Ghoul Stain. The haunted wound in the land was easy enough to avoid. So when the gnarled travelers came through, the least they could do was offer explicit warnings. These travelers, however, were not looking to avoid the Sportshow Canyon. They'd come to drive their rusty spears into the cursed place. They aimed, in fact, to tear the Ghoul Stain's living marrow from the roots of the earth. For what reason, you ask? That was the Blood Countess's secret, but before the travelers, a few crusty bloodstained coins were reason enough. So the Blood Countess is who we are now working for. Her purpose, of course, unknown, but she's the one offering jobs as we travel towards the inn. We keep played in order to complete a narrative mission. We leave Kyrgyz in the trail of the Mad Wizard, and our warband travels through the wasteland between Kyrgyz and the city of Dawnblight. En route, you're employed by emissaries of the Blood Countess to collect the Stain Marrow, which is scenario 1. So here, this is my illustration that I made for the book, which is now a bookmark, so I don't lose it, because I'll forget about it, and I think it's on page... there it is, there. The goal, enter the cryptic canyon known as the Ghoul Stain and harvest the cursed marrow from its bloody core. Each chunk of marrow stain is worth 10 gold. Stain marrow can be consumed to replace a lost limb entry, regain equipment slots, and permanently equip a fungal appendage as a one-handed weapon. Fungal appendages are D6 damage, cause crit bleeding, strength, or agility to hit. And then set up and train, place the Ghoul Stain organ in the center of the playing area. There it is! And place 1 treasure 6 inches to either side, perpendicular, so here and here. And place 1 fungal ghoul in contact with each treasure. Now in solo play, don't set up the initial fungal ghouls. Characters may attack the throbbing organ. For each 10 health it loses, it drops a corpse marker. Use the harvesting rules to acquire stained marrow from the corpse. The Ghoul Stain is always choked with darkness and fungi conditions, which means I can't see more... Sorry... If I'm in the darkness, unless I have some type of like light generating device, like torches and stuff, which none of my guys have, anything like that, because we came totally unprepared. All tests are at -6. In solo play, don't set up the initial fungal ghouls in contact with treasure, and during the monster phase in round 2, D4 + 1 fungal ghouls appear. Deploy the ghouls one at a time at a random monster deployment zone, and activate them. Each time that organ drops a Stain Marrow corpse, 2 more fungal ghouls appear in the same faction. Written by my boy Sean Sutter from Relic Blade. He also did the amazing art, which is later on here, for the throbbing Ghoul Stain organ and the fungal ghouls. So the Ghoul Stain organ has an HP of 30, no morale because it can't run away. It does D6 damage with its fungal appendage when I fight it, and its armor 2. Special, the Ghoul Stain organ cannot move. Each time it takes 10 damage, it drops a corpse. When it drops a corpse, its pitiful screams summon 2 fungal ghouls. Fungal ghouls have 6 health, fungal appendage D6, and armor 1. Special, fungal ghouls are connected to the corrupted mycelium that runs through the Ghoul Stain, and don't require line of sight to target the enemy. So even though it's full dark out here, they can still come after us. So the monster deployment zones are every 6 inches, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they'll go up and then down when the monsters deploy. Using semantic zombies and amalgams and stuff as my fungal ghouls. Now, the cool thing is the picture is actually for bone stalkers, I think it is. Bone stalkers from Relic Blade that Sean drew with some like fungal stuff on them. And I wish I had them, but I gave them all to Owen, so I'm using some mantic stuff instead. And this is a mantic, oh geez, I can't remember what the floating thing's called. It's like an abomination or something like that. From the Night Stalkers line from Kings of War. So let's get started. I have 6 turns to try and complete this quest, and yeah, we're gonna get some ghouls on the table on turn 2. It took several hours to find a way into the horrible gorge, ultimately resorted in scrambling through little more than rabbit paths into the fungal briars. The twisting paths were a nightmare to navigate, but determining the light or the right direction, to the source of the blight was relatively straightforward. The more ash-choked and putrid the air, the closer you got to the living stain's core. Bleeding fungal appendages writhed underfoot, and soon a guttural clattering echoed from just beyond the veil of the darkness. Just for fun, because I don't have any lanterns and stuff, and I do have a guy who lights things on fire, I'm going to say that any ghoul that he attacks, or this thing that he attacks, if it doesn't die and he does successfully hit it with flaming hands, it'll be on fire for the rest of that turn, and I'll have a 6-inch, basically, like, aura of visibility around it. So we'll say that the man that throws fireballs can actually light things on fire, because the RPG player in me can't not have that happen. Some body chunks here to come flying out of this thing when I do 10 damage, and we're ready for turn 1. All right, so I win the initiative, because of course I do, because this is a solo/cooperative game. And we're gonna start by activating, we have a chance to do some damage here, but we're not gonna be very good at hitting it. So I think we start with Grand. He's -2 agility, which means he walks 3 inches. He's very slow. I'm not very good at this. But he's gonna Hadouken a fireball into the throbbing organ. Like they say throbbing organ on camera, the more times I think I'm gonna get demonetized here. So let's chuck a fireball. It is DR 12 presence, and my presence is +2. But I'm -6, I'm -4 overall, so I need a 16 to do this. Don't screw it up, buddy. 11 will miss. And fumble, and that's the important thing. Then we're gonna go with Rain, and he's just gonna go grab some treasure, because that's what he likes to do. He's agility +2, so he can move 7. That's gonna be 6 and then 1. Head over to here. We're going after treasure. We're gonna go just move again and go take up next to it. Then we'll go with Risen. Come on, Risen. Your agility -1, so you walk 4 up to here, and you're gonna fire your crossbow into this thing. You're -6 +2. You're -4 overall, so 12 becomes a 16 as well. 16. Nope, but you don't fumble, but you've used the crossbow bolt. Eisenkoosh, you want a job done right, you walk up and do it yourself. So you're gonna walk 4 up to here, and then you're just gonna walk 4 again, and be like, well, we're just gonna have to hit just so. And all the treasure's fungal, so remember, if I fail to pick it up, I take D4 damage. And then it's just fast. I think he's gonna just charge, because it's what he does. He moves 12. No, wait, he moves 12. He moves +6. So he's just gonna charge right into the organ. Every time I say that, I'm gonna laugh. And then he's gonna take a stab with his Ulfbert sword. We'll stab him back though. So the Ulfbert sword, he is strength +3, so with -6, he's -3 overall, so he needs a 15 to hit. Bam! Oh, so close. It attacks back at -3, so 15 as well. Misses 2. Looks like the round. So monster phase turn 2, the monster's gonna show up. And we're on to that now. So second round. We've moved into engagement range. We haven't done any damage to it yet. We're almost a third of the way through the game. So let's start with just Rain. Just Rain's gonna presence. He needs a 12 to try and get the actually it's a 10, try and get the treasure chest open. +2, gets it. Travel into the Dawn Blight, we get to roll on the new treasure table and find a 5, a tincture. That cures diseases. I'm excited about that. Well, Eisenkoosh, you're gonna go, you know what? No. We're gonna have Garand go, yet again. You're gonna walk on up. He's gonna try and flaming hands at -6. I go, ba-bam! 16. Nope, that will also miss. Risen, gonna do much the same thing. You're gonna stand still. Aim that crossbow with your beady eyes and shoot him. Presence +2, so you also need a 16 at -6 because it's dark out. Nope, crossbow bolts left. All right, fast, hit it. You're at +3, -6, so you're at -3 overall. So 15, hit him with the Ulfbert sword. Yeah, gets it. All right, so with a 15, he's gonna do D8 damage. It has 30 health. I'm super tempted to just use my Omen for max damage right now, and I think I will. Number 2. That's the max damage I could do with any of my weapons, so I might as well try. So there we go. So it's got 22 left. All right, and then on we go with Eisenkoosh. He's gonna walk his 4. Again, these things are only less than an inch tall, these stalagmites, so you can just clamber over it with no penalty. And then he's gonna slam into it with his Morningstar. All right, needs a 15 as well. He's strength +3. It's dark out though. He's just flailing at something. 16 will do it. So it's D8 damage, but I'm -2 for armor. It is cruel, so it's a minimum of 1 here. 7, that'll be 5 damage. It has 17 left, and it drops a body token. With a scream, a pitiful scream. this big chunk just comes flying out of it. Thump. That means we get D4 plus 3 fungal ghouls right now, because that was my last activation. Oh, yeah, it was. We'll have that for a D4. That's going to be rounded up, so that's going to be 4, 5, 6 fungal ghouls arrive. Sweet. First one, 6 shows up over here. Again, doesn't need line of sight to come bite me. The second one is going to go on 5, arrives over here in the middle. The third one arrives back on 6, so right where he is. Fourth one arrives on 1, so right there. And the fifth one arrives on 4, which is up here. It's cool o'clock. Again, they don't need line of sight to go after us, so going 5. This one starts shuffling towards Rain. And they just head towards the nearest non-monster if they can. This one over here, start with the closest ones always. It's gonna go 12, comes barreling into Fast and attacks him. Now, it is dark, so these ghouls aren't -6 to hit, so that means that they are hitting on an 18. Kind of flailing about wildly. But I'll be hitting back at -9 plus 3, so also an 18. So the ghoul misses, and then Fast strikes back and misses. Ghoul goes 8. So this plus 2 just comes around the corner here. The one after it came in the same spawn, goes 4. And slides up here. And then the final one in the woods goes 9. So we'll have to climb. So 3. Let's say another 4 to get through the woods, and then 2 more. Oh, they didn't like us attacking their mom. So that was round 2. Round 3. Things are getting gross. So who's going to go first here? Oh, Rain. I think you're the... Well, no, Garan can go and grab the body chunk, I guess. And then Rain can just start killing ghouls. Is that what we want to do? That's, I think, what we want to do. We're going to walk over here. We're a -6 plus 2 to pick this thing up with a harvesting roll. ER 12 plus 2 minus 6 means a 16. Find the body chunk. That's a 15. And a miss we do. So, I guess you failed. Do we keep hitting this thing? I think Fast... Oh, this guy would get attacked back, I think. That would actually hit... No, because -9, actually. Actually, they have to crit to hit back because they're -3 for attacking back, and then -9 for -6 for dark. And when he was attacked by the Eisenkush, it didn't actually strike back. Actually, I don't think Fast was either. No 20. All right, well, Fast strike the ghoul plus 3 minus 6, which means you are hitting on 15. No, it's back at minus everything. And then against Eisenkush fighting the Abomination up here. Hits with a 19! And it does D8 with Cruel. So 2 goes to 1, so it's 1 damage, takes it to 16. And then it fights back again at -9 because of the darkness. So it needs a 20. No. Fast and Eisenkush have gone. Rain, what are you going to do? And Risen, you're going to shoot a ghoul. Try and manage these ghouls. You're -6 again. So you need a 16 with your +2. Nope. And Rain's going to go piling into this ghoul because he found the treasure and make a stab with his vampiric sword. He's +2 for his agility. -6. 16? No. It's back on a 20. This thing should attack both them twice during the last monster phase too. I forgot it actually is it isn't just like a target. It would have been hitting at -6 again, so 18s. Yeah, 18 against Eisenkush. Nope, and then against Rain. No, sorry. Alright, monster phase, it just goes again, because it's already in melee. So 18 against Eisenkush. It hits, and does D6 damage, minus his armor of 3. Max damage, so 3 wounds. He's got 10 left. He can fight back, though, at -9 plus 3, so -6. He needs 18. No. Then this one's going to attack Fast, this ghoul. Hitting on a -6, so an 18. Whoa, crit! Force my reroll. Yeah, I'm going to use my reroll, my Omen, to reroll that. Oh, it just misses. And then Fast will strike back, +3 -9, so an 18 as well. And miss. I'm an idiot. These guys have all their ammunition, and they didn't actually cast any spells. You can't target anything in the dark. So, like, I literally can't use my spell. Flaming Hands doesn't work. You can't target anything that's all lit up. So we're just fighting totally blind here. I just realized that you can't actually draw line of sight or target someone with anything that's at range. Oh well. So then this one's gonna go and come after fast, I guess. 2d6. Makes it 5, yeah. And we'll take a swing, hitting it -6, so it's an 18. Nope. And then he strikes back, also at an 18. No. This next one, also going after fast, goes 8 and gets to him. Oh, geez, fast. This is going to be a not great fight. So hitting on an 18, -6. No, and then he strikes back also on an 18 because he's +3. No. All right, well, final ghoul. And then there's the one that's attacking Rain. Move 7. So I think technically you're going to come around the corner here and attack Risen because he's closest. Crow flies. So on an 18, misses just with a 17. Risen fights back. He's using his strength, which is -1. So -7. So he needs, or -10. He can't hit. He has a crit. No. And then it's just over here attacking Rain. Does he get him? 18. Fungal Ghoul. No, with a 10. And then he can strike back. He's +2, -9. So he needs a 19. Now we should have brought torches. All right, well, it's round 4. There's ghouls everywhere, and if we keep hurting this thing, we're just going to make more of them. Well, it's a new turn. I think we're just going to burn our omen to auto pass the test without rolling. So Garan's now carrying the Marrow, the Ghoul Marrow, as his action, and he can't move now. Then we'll go with Rain. And he's gonna try and beat this guy up. So +2 -6 means a 16. Nope, that'll miss. And then we'll go with Eisenkush. He's +3 -6. He's on a 15 with his Morning Star. 16 will hit. D8 damage. Cruel. 7, so 5 more damage. Takes it down to 11. Oh, it's almost screaming again, but it fights back at -9. He's a 20? No, misses. Then we'll go with Fast. He's going to slam into one of these zombies. And completely miss and almost fumble. It's going to fight him back. It ignores the fight back penalty now because he's surrounded. So it's just the -6. It's an 18 now. Oh, and he crits him! Oh, man. Armor 2, that's 6 damage. -2 is 4. He's got 4 health left. And that's it. Forgot he's squeamish. This thing has 1 extra health. Because when he did max damage, he only did 7. So Fast only has 4 health left. He's just completely surrounded by ghouls. Well, he can strike back. +3 -9, so he's on an 18. Misses. This one attacks him on an 18 and misses. He attacks back and misses as well. Last one hits him on an 18 and then he attacks back and gets him. Oh man, D8 damage. 8, -1 is 7. They have no armor, so he just slays it. He's just sick of fighting all these fungal ghouls. And then last but not least, this one over here, he's going to attack and miss, and it's going to fight back and miss him too. And then that monster phase, it misses. And he can attack back at -1, so he's on a -10. He's a crit. No. We managed to pick things up. We killed one of the fungal ghouls. And we're 2 damage away now because I forgot he's squeamish from getting the next corpse out of this thing. Just keep hitting it, turn 5. Okay, well, Rain, try and kill this guy. Actually, no, break off. DR12, actually, it's on 18 to break off. So I'm just going to hit it. I'm in the dark here. No, it fights me back on a 20. No. Listen, same thing, you're -1, so you're -7, 19 to hit. No, and then it hits you back. Actually, 19 to break away too. Nothing. These people, just poor people wrestling in the dark. I guess you go, Garand, and move 3, and then move 3 again. Go get near the treasure. Try and break this thing open next turn. And then Eisenkush attacks the beastie. +3, -6, so he's on a 15 to hit it. Oh, so close. It attacks back at -9, so nothing. Fast, try and kill another zombie. And hits with the 17. D8 damage. 6 -1 is 5. It's got 1 hit point left. Because the squeamish kept him from killing it. And then it fights back against him. Does it kill him? No. Heroes have all gone, so now the monsters go. So this ghoul attacks Rain on an 18 and misses barely. And then he attacks back at +2 -9. So on a 19. This vampiric sword? No. The throbbing organ attacks Eisenkush. and misses because it needs a -6 and 18. He attacks back +3, -6 on 18 as well. No. Wounded Fungal Ghoul attacks fast on an 18, and he'll attack back at +3, -9, so on an 18 as well with his Ulfbert sword. Nope. And the final one misses, and then he attacks back and misses. Risen gets attacked on an 18. Nope. And then he attacks back on a 20. No. This is it. Final turn of the game. Oh my god, this thing was impossible to kill. We could maybe get one more. Like, maybe. Maybe. It's gonna be very dicey. It could drop one more of these, like, Ghoul Stains, potentially. You can't do anything to touch it, because Risen won't actually touch objectives. You could just grab the treasure out of this, which is probably what we'll do. Let's see if we get it to drop one first. But then more ghouls will arrive right away, which is funny. So, hit it with your Ulfbert sword on a 15. No. It really needs a concentrate action where I can, like, forgo my movement to do something. It attacks him back. Big hit. Oh my god, it crits him for 6 damage. -3 takes 3 more, goes down to 7. You just can't. Could you imagine? He's just trying to cut through this giant, wet, throbbing, gross, massive stuff. Body parts out of it. I mean, Fast can maybe do this. Let's see if he can do it fast. There's no point in killing another ghoul. So just. Is there a point in killing another ghoul? I might get more gold for it. No, I'll get more gold for the stuff. So I'm going to stab this thing again. And miss. And then it fights him back. And 15 will miss as well. You're -6 +2. Rifle through the box. You need a 16 to get it. No, not even a little bit. You can attack at -1 plus a bunch. 15? No, I won't do it. You did a 19 to hit that guy with your axe. Do they smite you back? No. It's just you, Rain. Avenge me. No, nothing. And then a 20 to hit back. No. All failed completely. We have 1 treasure and 1 thing and 1 ghoul kill. So things aren't going great. We might kill some ghouls on the rebound though. And I mean, it doesn't matter if we drop another piece of ghoul marrow, but we might. So starting with the throbbing organ attacking Eisenkoosh. Crits him again! Oh my god. Maximum 6 damage. Takes 3 more. Goes down to 4. He's just like stabbing it in the mouths, and the mouths are just chewing him to pieces. Then this ghoul that's wounded attacking, he attacks back actually. -9 +3, so -6, 18. Nope, he was in hung time there for a minute. Almost. I realized I've used my auto pass. There's nothing else I can do here. The wounded one attacking fast. Doesn't hit. He attacks back also on an 18. Boah, we crit it. Just dies. Good job, Fast. You're done with all this. You're done with all this fighting ghouls. The other ghoul attacks an 18. No, it misses. And then he would attack it back, hitting it on an 18 as well. And an 8 will miss. Do you get duffed up? Nope. But do you fight back on a 20? No, this last one attacks Rain and misses. He attacks it back and misses. More show up because we couldn't quite seal the deal on damaging this thing. We couldn't kill it. Oh my god, turn ends turn 6. The hero's driven off, badly injured. They got 1 piece of ghoul stain out of this and just decided, nope, we're done fighting. We're almost dead. We couldn't fight in the dark because we didn't bring torches like idiots. And down we go into the pit. 1 piece of marrow we managed to acquire is worth 10 gold, which is cool. I have at least 1 standing member, so I get 10 more gold. No one died, thankfully. No death saves to be made. No injuries either. Gaining XP. Warbands gain 1 XP per monster killed. Fast killed 2. Treasure collected. So that's 1 XP for Garand. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. Scenario with at least 1 member of Warband surviving. 4. Didn't down anybody. No past death saves. Nobody died. So we got 4 XP. What's 8 with what we had in the bank? So you know what we're going to do? We're going to roll on the new feats table in here to get rid of the squeamish flaw and Fast. He just fought his way through fungal zombies. He deserves a reward. So we're going to roll D100. Everyone loves a good D100 table. What do we get? 100! Crazy rolled 100 off the bat on D100. That makes me so happy. And I'm actually not looking at the feats table, I'm looking at the flaws table, because that's a flaw he has, the squeamish. And I got Dutch Courage. It's a new one. Dutch Courage must have whiskey equipped before being willing to participate in a scenario. And I don't have any whiskey, so we're going to have to go trade. Look at him. He looks like He looks like after that, he probably needs a drink. He was completely covered in throbbing organ and zombies the entire game, and he's not even wearing pants. So we're not hiring any new members, which means we have to reallocate our equipment, including placing it in your party stash and buying new equipment. We gotta go see the merchant, and luckily we're chasing Vriprix to a decaying city, which means he can't get mad at us anymore. He's got 3 random weapons, a random armor, and a random piece of equipment, and a random relic. Random weapons now on a D100 table. That's 7. So we find a staff. The items, we're gonna find 3. Oh, sorry, it's a D10 rather. 10 is whiskey, 3 is a bandage, last one, 6 is a backpack. And then the armor piece, 4, full plate. Ooh, armor 4, you must have at least +2 strength. If not, suffer -1 agility. Well, I definitely do. Eisenkoosh, you're getting some full plate armor, buddy, because we've got 1,000 gold pieces burning a hole in our pocket from attempting to save the world. So we'll just buy it all. We're gonna stash his heavy armor and buy some full plate. We're gonna give that whiskey to good old Rain, that's right, Fast rather, and we'll bandage to, oh, let's say, Eisenkoosh. He's doing 997, and there's also a random relic. D12, a 6. The Bow of Lies. It never misses. Bear doesn't roll to hit and auto hits. 4 damage ranged. You're getting the shotgun of lies. Well, despite it being a bit touch and go there for a minute, as Fast and Eisenkoosh were both surrounded by ghouls and the pitch black, we managed to make it through the Ghoul-stained valley, and we're on our way once again. Game 1 complete, heading towards the Hogs Head Inn. Only able to, you know, go see the merchant traveler there on the way through. And we got some cool new relics. I'm excited about my never miss shotgun for Risen. Also my sweet new full plate armor that we've decked out Eisenkoosh in, make me even tougher. And then that last relic too, the or not relic item. We got the tincture to heal some whatchamacallit, some diseases and stuff too that we may have picked up here in the fungal ghoul stain. So we're off to the Hogs Head Inn. I do have a plan for when we get there. I think the Lost are gonna kind of melt into the history and story of Forbidden Psalm, and we'll find a new band. But until then, we'll follow their adventures to lead us there. And so you have it, the first chapter of In the Footsteps of the Mad Wizard, as we chase Vriprix, the Mad Wizard, basically, after lying to us and scamming us and telling us the world was going to end, that only he could transcend us into some better tomorrow, into Dawnbreak. So we're on our path. We got 3 more games to go before we arrive at the inn, and we can start venturing into the ruined city. So we'll see you in 2 weeks for more Forbidden Psalm. Till then, I'm Ash. Have a good night. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed that video. There are tons of other games already recorded for you to watch. Click over to my channel page if you haven't already, and have a look through the dozens of playlists full of videos. I guarantee you'll discover a game you haven't seen played before. I put out new videos 7 days a week, and every day is themed to a different genre as I continue to explore the wider world of gaming. Of course, none of that's possible without you, the viewer, so click a like and subscribe if you'd like to stay on top of what's happening here daily. My 2 kids and I are massively grateful to be able to have the flexibility of this job so I can always maximize my time with them. If you want to support me continuing to put out this content, it's only possible because of my amazing backers on Patreon who support the studio, equipment, and model cost, as well as being how I make the bulk of my living. You can also help out by buying a t-shirt through Spreadshirt, a measuring gauge or widget from Death Ray Designs, or buying one of my games and supplements like Last Days, Gamma Wolves, and Blaster. As a way of showing my appreciation, patrons get early access to new games and supplements that I write throughout the course of the year. Huge thanks for watching, it really does help out, and happy gaming.